hello.
What up, my bro?
Hey. So, how
So,
long have you been playing Dragon Adventures for?
well, I was busy playing the Labyrinth like I usually do. That
Mm-hmm.
was my biggest game back in, towards the early fall of 2019, late summer. And I
Ooh.
decided to start something new because I've been on that for a couple of years. So I saw this, and dragons are like my favorite mythological creature and all that. So I found this
Yes.
game and I decided just to join it. I mean, it just seemed just interesting enough to kind of get into it. I mean, back then, like the only maps I remember there being was it was kind of grassland, jungle, and volcano was like really new. So,
Whoa.
and it was supposedly expanding, so I just kind of stuck with it. So I'm gonna say summer, very early fall, maybe I think it was September, early September or something in 2019.
Since you're a very long player of the game, what would you say was your favorite update?
Um, update wise,
Yeah, update. It could be anything about a dragon redesign, some
I mean,
event.
if it has something to do with I mean, I guess what do you say events count as updates? Because
Yes.
I like the winter event.
The winter event that only happened once.
Yeah, the 2019 to 2021, the first.
Hmm.
I mean, with pumps and skills being breedable, he can just mass produce them anyway.
Yep.
So didn't feel that rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now,
winter 2020.
since we got a recent update to the game, being the new Grassland World remodel, and also another nerf in the item shop, how would you describe this new update for Dragon Adventures? Is
Okay,
it good?
okay, so first of all, overall terrible. I mean, the new grassland map. Okay, fine. It's prettier cosmetically and all that. I'll give it a plus on that. But beyond that, like the whole thing about farms being virtually. I mean, I guess I can't say that fruit vendor is a bad thing, but it doesn't pay nearly enough compared to what players were making. And I know Rethea says she's trying to reset the economy to make it more trade based, but you can't do that in this game. People are too attached to dragons. There's too many OGs that have been buying and selling for the longest time trying to enhance their collections. And it's kind of hard to do it through trading when everyone values their dragons a lot more than other people do for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to get wins is to basically rip off lower level or younger kids that don't know any better because it's
Ooh.
hard to get legit offers. And even like in Sonar Studios trade page, it's always people asking for like wastes of basically offering double what their dragon's worth.
I see. Now,
Two
if
rankers for one, two tosses for one,
now
just because they
I've
think they're
been
both real.
knowing you for a long time, and before a lot of updates happened, you used to be one of the strongest players that I
You're
know
talking
of.
about like in terms of PvP or just overall
Yes,
value and
no,
status.
in PvP. But then once the new combat update came out, I over, I just defeated you in all means.
Right. And I mean, we were talking about before and after that too. Now,
Yes.
if you're talking about mostly combat in the arena where you found that you could basically whoever charges first is guaranteed to lose just because of that visible wall that only affects, unfortunately, the flame attack on dragons. So
Well,
it's either,
yeah.
yeah,
With the recent update, they
generally
also
whoever.
fixed that.
Oh, did they actually fix that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you said they actually fixed that wall.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, because I know. Did they fix that thing where like players were like glitched into betting 10,000 coins?
Yes. Sadly, yes. My reign
Uh,
of
I know.
terror is over.
I know. I know you love that one. Honestly, after the PvP update, it was just. I mean, PvP was already losing a lot of ground because of all the clan guild drama that was going on.
Oh yeah, the
And after
basically,
that update, it just basically killed it for me. So I just went back to PvP in the labyrinth and all that because
the
that game has
wasteland
been
wars.
stable. Yeah, because those games have been around for years and are significantly more stable than this has been ever. Honestly,
Classified as a mascot player by me and many of your friends, what would you say would be your reason of being one?
well, like I said, I mean, I'm big on mythological creatures, specifically dragons, especially. ones from Western Europe, and I guess Chinese dragons too, because they're cool. That's kind of how the Dex thing came in. It was overall, I mean, it was simple, balanced, and I mean, you already know I'm a huge fan of the whole Spyro franchise. So when I figured out, whenever I really got into the whole color thing, I like solid colors, but there was only one theme that really stuck out. It was a color palette that it was generally defined as what people use for Spyro. So, Spyro the Dragon, 100%. I was able to make a Dex and kind of match those. I know they don't have wings, whatever. So, I can cut those out.
Yep.
No problem. They're smaller, just overall balanced and OP.
Before the shop nerfs, what would be your main source of money?
I mean, base farming. It kind of still is.
Yes, but
I mean, I was able to buy and sell event dragons, but yeah,
right now everything sells for
the only real option as far as collecting money without physically spending too much time just grinding. Especially, I mean, that fruit vendors, it really undervalues coins and fruit, but it's still better than nothing.
yesterday I saw it selling dragon fruits for 3 coins. Those things used to sell for at least 40-50 coins a piece. Yep.
Right. I mean, yeah, they used to sell for a lot more. Well, dragon fruits, I mean, they used to sell for what, 75 when they first came out?
Yeah. Being how hard it is to get to 100.
Oh, another thing that I want to circle back to.
Being how hard it is to get to at least 100,000 in the game. Having 100,000 coins is a big flex now. It's the same as having at least 1 million coins. What would you state on that question?
I think you're saying it was hard to get 100,000, which you're right. It's difficult, time consuming. Now, in my case, it's still easy to get to that. It just takes quite a bit longer. That's partly because I have 2 large bases that are fruit farms.
Yes. Apple still being the superior plant. Good thing it didn't get nerfed.
Actually, they're not. I mean, apples are okay, but the thing is unlike others, so you only get 1 apple per plant now. You do realize that. Whereas pumpkins, I mean, I didn't even do the math, so
how much apples you get? Oh fuck.
Yes, they did. Yeah, you only get 1 per plant.
So that's
whereas like pumpkins, so my alt has a base with like 200 pumpkin plants, and I get like 4,000 apples or pumpkins per harvest every 20 minutes.
Oh god. And then
so it's a lot more convenient to have to come back every once in a while.
Yes, but